that we did yesterday. I'm going to be giving you the same number line. Today we're still only looking at fraction values that are going to be in between 0 and 1. Can you have a fraction that is bigger than 1?
Yes.
Yes, you can. But we're only focusing on 0 to 1 for today. When you get your pack of sticky notes, you're going to need to get 4 of them. Here are the values that you're going to put on them. You're going to put 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. If you are seated next to someone who was not here yesterday, help them make sure they know what their number line should look like. All of those fractional values are counting by the same amount, counting by the same unit. What are they counting by? All of these fractions that we just read on our sticky notes are counting by the same unit. What are they counting by? Samaya? We're counting by fourths. Could I keep going? Could I have 5 fourths?
No.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, but we.
Can I have 6 fourths?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just means that I have 6 1/4 pieces. Can I have 6 of these? Yes, I can. I can have as many as I want. I can have 1,000,000 fourths. I'm going to have as many of these size pieces. The fourths just mean this is the size piece I'm playing with. Open up, please.
I do 100.
You could do 100 fourths. I could do 100. That means I'd cut it into 100 pieces.
That'd be so
They
small.
would be so small. All right, we've got these 4 fractions. I want you to take a few moments and place these 4 fractions where they go on this number line. Go ahead and do that when you are all done and you think you got them in the right spot. Give me a secret thumb. I'm seeing a lot of you are finished. Let's talk about that 1/4 piece. Where did you put it? Where did 1/4 go? Connor, since you were playing, I bet you know where 1/4 goes. Where did 1/4 go?
Not like close to 0, but not absolutely on 0.
Not on 0. Why is it not on 0? That's a really important piece.
Because it's not worth 0.
It's not worth 0. Beautiful. So if your 1/4 is on top of 0, wrong spot. It's not worth 0. This is not worth 0. It's only worth a little bit, but it's not worth 0. Beautiful. So our 1/4 should be maybe here-ish. Close to 0. You know, I might make mine a little bigger because fourths are like medium-sized pieces. They're not as little as 8s. So I'm going to move mine out a little bit more, maybe closer to here.
That's right.
Yes. We got 1/4. That was pretty easy. We talked about 4/4 yesterday. Where did you put 4/4?
I have no idea.
Where did you put 4/4? Emma, where did we put 4/4? Because you were one that really thought about this yesterday. Go for it.
You put it at the 1 because if the numerator is the same number as the denominator, it will always equal 1.
I love that thought. I want to change it just a little bit. Mason and I had this conversation too. I want to get away from these like random rules of if the numerator, if the denominator. Think about it in terms of what that actually means. Okay, so we've got 4/4. What does this mean? Give me a story where I might have 4/4. You need some help? Bowen, do you think you got a story that might go with 4/4?
I have 4 slices of pizza and I eat 4 slices of it.
Did you hear that? I had 4 slices. My pizza was cut up into 4 pieces, and Bowen ate 4 pieces. That's all of it. That's how I want you to think about it, Emma. Think of it as a story. So, yeah, when I have 4 pieces and I eat all 4 of them, aka the whole thing. I ate the whole thing. You just said it in a fancier way. Yeah. So 4/4, exactly like Emma said, should be right on top of 4. Someone remind me, why is 4/4 right on top of, I think I said 4, I meant to say 1 whole. Mason, why is 4/4 right on top of 1 whole?
It's the same value as 1.
Beautiful. We learned a word yesterday to talk about when we're describing something as having the same value. Those are all great words, but we learned another word yesterday to use. Emma, do you remember it? Equivalent. Remember that word? So Mason, you did that exactly correctly. You said, hey, they're worth the same value. That language is correct. You could have also said they are equivalent. That means the same thing. They're synonyms. All right, so now we've got these guys. I've got 2/4 and I've got 3/4. Where are they going to go? We figured out the 1/4. That was pretty easy peasy. We figured out 4/4, but what about these other pieces? Maverick, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking probably the 2/4 will go next to the 1/4 because
Like right here?
no.
Oh.
Maybe right here.
Right here? Okay. How did you figure out it might be right here? Why not right here?
Because if it was right there, then the number line would have to be smaller because you would have this big gap all over here.
Yeah. Remember when we did number lines and we talked about how this jump right here is worth 1/4? We need that same size jump next door. We still need a 1/4 jump. So 2/4 is going to be a little bit farther away from 1/4. It should be a similar distance.
Kind of close to the middle.
It should be close to the middle. In fact, it should be at the middle. Because let's go back to Bowen's pizza problem. I'm going to make a picture in my head of this pizza that he's eating. And if he had 2/4 of that pizza, does that fraction look familiar to you?
Yes.
That fraction kind of looks like 1/2 to me. Do you see 1/2 there?
Yeah. Yes, but it's the same.
Arthur, I see your brain is making all kinds of fireworks. What you thinking over there, friend?
It is 1/2. It just looks different. It's cut up into different pieces, but it's still the same value.
Yeah. So even though it is cut up into 4ths, he did still eat half the pizza. He just ate half that was in 2 pieces instead of 1 big piece. Nope, not one. So 2/4 does go in the middle. All right, now that we've got that, this last piece should be easy peasy. Where does that last piece go? I should see lots of hands because it's the very last one. You should definitely know where that one goes. Paxton, where is 3/4 gonna go? In between the 2/4 and the 4/4. How far away, if I'm at 3/4, how many more 4ths do I need to get here? Ava? Quickly. It is hard, and it's harder when you're not listening to the question. I'll repeat it to help you out. I'm at 3/4. How many more 4ths do I need to get to here? It's 4/4.
1/4.
I just need 1 more 4th because we know that jump is worth 1/4. What if, all right, I was at 2/4 and I wanted to get to 3/4? How far would I need to go? I would just need to go 1/4. Let's do a tricky one. All right, Callie. I'm at 1/4. But I want to get to 3/4. How far do I need to go? I'm at 1/4. But I want to get to 3/4. 2/4. That's my jump. 2/4. I want you to get another sticky note. I want you to get another sticky note. On this sticky note, we're going to write a fraction that you might not have seen before. The fraction that you are writing on this new sticky note looks like this. Raise your hand to read that fraction to me. Raise your hand to read that fraction to me. Brogan, this is the part where we stop talking and we listen to my direction. Julian, what does that fraction say? 0/4. Think about what that means. What does that mean in English? 0/4. What does that mean in English? Lydia, what do you think 0/4 means in English?
Like,
Oh,
if I had 4 slices of pizza, I ate 0 of them.
Beautiful. Lydia had 4 pieces. That's where that fourth comes from. But she ate 0 of them. So I want to give another example. Another story. Another English version of what 0/4 means. Go for it, Callie.
I had 4 cookies.
Remember fractions? We're talking about pieces. So let's start with pieces.
4 pieces of cookies.
Of a
Okay, cookie.
Yep.
And I ate 0.
Perfect. Callie cut up a cookie into 4 pieces. She ate 0 of them. Go for it, Addison. What else could be a story that matches that?
I had 4 pieces of pizza. I ate none.
I ate none of them. Sure. Connor, go for it.
I have 4 slices of a pizza. No. I decided to eat 0.
We're going to change that story and Addison's story because I heard something that I want to fix. Instead of saying I had 4 slices, let's say I had a pizza split into 4 slices. That little shift, because if I have 4 slices, there could be more. But if I say I had a pizza split into 4 slices, then I only have 4 slices. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. Mason, you got one?
I have 4 pieces of gum. I eat 0 of them.
Okay, so you ate 0/4 of the gum packet. Archer, go for it.
I have a pie.
I have a pie with it.
I cut it up into 4 pieces.
Beautiful.
And
Perfect. Archer ate 0/4. Go for it, Avery.
I have 4 pieces of banana. I cooked 0 of the banana.
She cooked 0/4 of the banana. Where is that fraction gonna go? Think about the story. You know. Where is it gonna go? Bowen, where is 0/4 going to go?
-4.
Nope, it is not gonna go in the negatives. Think about our story. Brogan, what are you thinking?
On top of the 0.
Brogan says on top of the 0. Brogan, why did you say on top of the 0? Sit.
Because there was in that fraction, there is a 0.
Think about our story. I'm going to repeat Archer's story to help you prove where it goes. You ready? Archer had a pie. Cut it into 4s. those 4 slices, but he ate 0 of them. It's on top of the 1. Why?
Because if he cuts 4 pieces of his pie, he eats none. He has 4 pieces of pie.
How much did he eat though? This is his eating fraction. So is it 1 or 0?
0.
So where does it go? On top of the 1 or on top of the 0?
In the middle.
Did he eat middle of the pie? Connor, that's incredibly distracting. Don't do that. How much of the pie did he eat? So where does it go? On top of the 0. This fraction should be on top of the 0. Why is it on top of the 0? Brogan used our story to explain it. See if you can use that fancy word we've already talked about. Cole, you think you got it?
0 is equivalent to nothing.
I didn't hear 0/4 in that sentence. Remember,
0/4 is equivalent to 0/4.
sure, 0/4 is equivalent to 0/4. Alright?
0/4 is equivalent to a value of 0.
A value of 0. It's still worth nothing. 0/4 is equivalent to nothing. In all of our examples, in all of the examples that you just gave me, the person took nothing or ate nothing. They didn't fancy, right? Archer had to cut up his pie before he decided that he didn't want any. But you still took nothing. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay. We are going to stop here. We don't have all the information in this problem, but we're going to think about what are we wondering now. It reads, Finn and Dan are both writing stories. Finn is some of the way finished with his, and Dan is 2/6 of the way finished with his. What are you wondering? Marley, what's something that you are wondering? I know how much Dan has done. He's done 2/6. Yeah, we don't know how much Finn has done. We're wondering how far is Finn. Avery, what are you wondering?
I'm wondering how long is Finn's story, because it doesn't really tell us. It says 2/6 on Finn's, so that must Dan, so that means it's 6. That means it's 6 pieces long.
So, kind of need to know how long these stories are. Paxton, what are you wondering?
How long is Dan's story?
Connor, I want you to come sit in this empty desk, please. Bring your stuff. Can you say that one more time, Paxton?
How long Finn and Dan's story is?
Yeah. What if Finn is writing a chapter book, but Dan is writing a picture book? Do you think that would be a fair way to compare?
No.
No. Chapter books are way longer, right? Callie, what are you wondering?
I'm wondering if they're writing the same book.
I wonder if they're writing about the same stuff. Julie, what are you wondering? What the book is called? Are you wondering what the book is called? What are you wondering?
How many sentences will have to write?
How many sentences are they writing? Maverick, what are you wondering?
How many chapters there are?
How many chapters? Let's get some more information. Finn and Dan are both writing stories that are 3 pages long. Finn is some of the way finished with his. Dan is 2/6 of the way finished with his. What are we wondering now? Mason, what are you wondering now?
How long are the books?
We know how long the books are. It tells us in that first sentence they are going to be 3 pages long.
But it says pages.
3 pages long.
That's it? How many words are there?
So maybe you're wondering how many words. Callie, what are you wondering?
Are there pictures?
Are the pictures? What are you wondering,
How
Lydia?
big the book is, because if it's like this tall, there'll be way more words on each page.
Fabric?
How thick the book is?
Let's get all of our information. Finn and Dan are both writing stories that are 3 pages long. We're going to assume for the same amount of font. For all purposes, they're the same total story amount. Finn is 5/6 of the way finished, and Dan is 2/6 of the way finished. Who is closer to being finished? I need to know, what are we counting? What are we counting? Brogan? So if we don't even hear my question, that's going to be really hard for you to answer and stay focused with us. What are we counting?
How many pages they how many words
Maverick, what are we counting?
We're counting like kind of like maybe like pages maybe because like it says like who's closest to be finished, so maybe we're counting pages.
Kind of. We're counting the amount that you're done, a fractional amount. Who's closer to being all the way done? Who's closest to one whole story? In your next blank page, we're writing blank is closer to being done. When they are done writing their story, how many stories will they have written? Raise your hand and tell me. When they're done writing their story, how many stories will they have written? It's not a trick question. Archer? One. Just one long story. So we're trying to figure out, okay, who's closest to having one story written. We need to compare. I'm going to draw some models. I'm a big fan of a bar model. I'm going to use a bar model. Go ahead and draw a bar. And next to that bar, I'm going to put an F. F is for Finn. Finn split his book into how many sections? Raise your hand and tell me. How many sections did Finn split his book into? Connor? Nope, not fifths. Look closely at that fraction. He split it into 6. This part of our fraction right here tells us the number of sections there are. So I'm going to make 6 sections. There. I'm going to make sure that my sections are about the same size. Because I know that it doesn't make sense to have one gigantic section and one tiny section. Fractions are fair. I'm also going to make sure I have 6 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when is Dan writing a longer story?
No.
No. Is Dan writing a shorter story?
No.
He's writing the exact same length story.
Yep.
So how am I going to draw Dan's model?
The same size as Finn.
Yes. Why?
Because they're both writing same.
Yeah.
Their books are equivalent.
Yes. Beautiful usage of that word. Dan's bar is going to be exactly the same size because his book is the same length. If it said that Dan was writing a 25-page story, would his bar be the same length? No. 25 pages is way longer than 3 pages.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to put a D for Dan. How many sections did Dan split up his story? Raise your hand and tell me.
Wait.
How many sections did Dan split up his story. Samaya? He still split it up into 6. That denominator is telling us that. That's what that tells us. So again, I'm even going to copy the same lines. That's what you did. Nice. Get out of my brain. All right. Now, Finn, he did 5, 6. Could I color in any random 5 pieces?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Now, is that easier for me to compare with? No.
No.
So, since I'm trying to compare and see who did more, I'm going to stick them all in a row. But I could color any 5. So, here's 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. I'm saying 5ths. Holy moly. 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6. How much are we shading in for Dan? Raise your hand to tell me. The answer is not 2. Don't say 2. Think about what it is. Paxton? No, it's not 5. Ava?
You shade in 2, 6.
2, 6. 2 whole stories is different. 2, 6. Could I shade in any range 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is still 2, 6. That's just hard for my brain to look at. So I'm going to start at the beginning. Oh, we said that model. Do you think you can easily tell who's closer to being done?
Yes.
Yes. Who is closer to being done? Julian. Finn. Bowen, you said you knew this from the beginning. What clues told you that answer right at the beginning?
Because the denominator was bigger.
The denominator is the same.
I mean, numerator was smaller.
What if, Bowen, what if instead of Finn having 5, 6, he wrote 5, 100th? That numerator is still bigger.
You would have, but the denominator has to be the same.
Mm. So Bowen, notice, hey, 5, 6, that's really close to 6, 6, which is 1 whole. We know that. That's only a little piece. 1 6 is not very much. But look how far away 2 6 is from 6 6. It's so far. So Bowen already noticed, hey, if you've got 5 6, that's super close to 6 6. You're almost at 1 whole. 2 6 is much farther away. You notice that too, Avery? Nice. Awesome. So far, so good? Awesome. We have